Welcome to the March Madness Analytics Podcast, where we dive deep into the numbers behind the madness of college basketball. I'm your host, Ryan Lund, and today we're breaking down the results of a unique bracket prediction strategy employed using a singular basketball statistic. So let's jump right into it. Our student analyst chose a single basketball statistic to construct our March Madness fantasy bracket, free throw percentage. Now, for those not familiar, free throw percentage measures the efficiency of a player or team at scoring from the free throw line. It's calculated by dividing the number of successful free throws by the total number of attempted free throws, and then multiplying that number by 100 to get a percentage. But why choose this statistic, you ask? Well, to put it simply, it is simple yet powerful. Free throws are essentially uncontested shots, making them a pretty reliable indicator of a player or team's skill and composure under pressure. And typically, or at least in these high stakes games, fouls are abundantly given for numerous reasons, ranging from accidental to intentional, and oftentimes being used as a way to stop the clock on those intense games with a small point difference between the two teams. Endpoint. If there is a significant amount of fouls given, there should also be a significant amount of free throws taken, leading to more points scored and potentially the difference between losing and winning. So, how did our bracket fare using this strategy of ours? Well, let's just take a little look. Out of the total 67 games predicted, we managed to correctly predict 27 winners, an accuracy of about 40.3%. Let's see how our bracket stacked up against the competition. In our class bracket challenge, we secured a three-way tie for 19th place. But when compared nationally on ESPN, our bracket landed at about 23 millionth place, falling into the 14th percentile within the ESPN community of bracketologists. So not so great. And moving on, after reflecting on the performance of our bracket, it's crucial to analyze both successful and unsuccessful predictions. Our free throw percentage strategy seemed to shine mostly in matchups where the favored team boasted a higher percentage, and that was also mostly during the first or even potentially the second round. This underscores the importance of reliable shooting, especially in those high-pressure situations. However, there were instances where our strategy fell short. Like I said, as the rounds progressed and the difference between two opposing teams' free throw shooting ability got smaller, the statistic becomes less of a predictor than it is a minor influence on the outcome of the game. In the beginning rounds and games, a team with a high free throw percentage is likely to win, considering the substantial amount of points that can be awarded to them, and especially since there is usually a gap in the abilities of other factors like field goal percentage or defensive prowess, as well as free throw percentage. But as the round progresses, however, those factors begin to come together, making the outcomes of these games less reliable on a single statistic and rather a culmination of team performance across the board. And so reflecting on these results, it's clear that while statistics provide valuable insights, they're not the sole determinants of victory, and especially not free throws. Sports events, especially in the unpredictable realm of college basketball, are influenced by a myriad of factors, yet nevertheless, tracking our predictions and comparing them with actual outcomes sheds some light on the variability and unpredictability of sports events. Now, wrapping up, the effectiveness of using a single statistic for predictions is both intriguing and extremely challenging. While our free throw percentage strategy showed promise in the first few rounds, it also highlighted the complexity of sports analytics. There's no one-size-fits-all approach, especially to this March Madness, and success often hinges on a combination of statistical analysis, intuition, and even a bit of luck.
They combine the induction.
This little project provided a valuable lesson in statistical analysis and its application to real-world events like March Madness. It reinforced the notion that behind every game-winning shot or bracket upset lies a wealth of data waiting to be explored. And that's a wrap for today's episode of March Madness Analytics. Join us next time as we delve deeper into the numbers driving the madness of college basketball. And until then, keep crunching those stats, and may your brackets be ever in your favor.